Okay. Sonia's just run away, of course, because I went live as usual. But here we are again. It's day 3 of the new year. Is it day 3? I think it's day 3. Hard to keep track of these things. Anyway, like, Uncle's in the list for us, so we won't actually put him on the video and get him all embarrassed with his colleagues. He's on the karaoke. Anyway, so we're just waiting for people to get a notice. Like, look, this is reconnecting, really? I'm on wire. Know who there? Live chat. Tell me about everything. Gordon's alive. G'day. How you doing, Gordon? As I said, it's day 3. Here we are. The 100 pipers became 57 pipers, and then 43 pipers, and then 32 pipers, then 21 pipers, then 11 pipers, and then 7 pipers, and then no pipers at all. So we're actually into the Ben Moore, our uncle. He's the music. These e-beggars, right, and the people who get on the case of the e-begging, really. Connecting again? What's going on here? Say hello. They don't want to see me, they want to see you. Okay, say hello. You sure? Microphone here. Hello. Looks like I've got a game. The kickoff that comes off 5 days away. Alan, how you doing? Here's your, no, it's actually B, and like the first one, this is me. Is dead. I didn't study enough of my German at school, but yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. Yeah. Gordon says, oh, wait. I had 3 claimants where I got to buy over the dollar filler when the bullshit these trolls are on about, screaming, right? God, did I like 1,000 views is $1.50, in Australian dollars. It's the most amusing thing in my life. I really do. They work. Just switched out to 240 or something like that. Casting 720. I don't know why we had problems before. It is a YouTube thing. It's not our internet connection. Matter. I could flick out of here and do a speed test, and it'll still show me doing how to download as my local loop. But again, like there's a few pipes out of Thailand, and they're all going through Singapore or Hong Kong. And at this time of the year, it just gets manic. Everybody's doing everything, and this is Thailand 9 p.m. Right, everybody is on the internet at 9 p.m. We found Friday night not too bad, but outside Friday nights, it's usually been pretty okay. Saturday nights is atrocious. But again, this is the holiday season. If it doesn't hold up at the actual recording level, it might be buffering. There's 2 sides to it. There's a buffering side, right, from me outputting the video, right, and it has to go through the YouTube system and get rendered. G'day, Dick. And then, of course, they then rebroadcast the thing. Was the recording out of the Thailand thing is completely over. Yeah, like mother's been busy making food all night, which is typically very Thai. But yes, we thought, I can't read the words in Thai, so I can't join in. But outside that, here we are again, and we're going to be doing more and more of these things as you know, the year progresses. I've got some new ideas coming out, new ideas to really build that community. And again, I want to re-emphasize the thing that what we're doing here, we're trying to go a little bit of a side path of typical YouTube things. Like with YouTube, you know, most people are just there to make money, right? Me, I'm trying to build a community. It has been part of my race and deal street for the last 2 years, or 2.5 years, ever since I took over the Thai and vlogging hub in the Facebook group. But more ads. Yes, so that's one side of things. I wonder if it's the fact that they're streaming the karaoke through the same gateway. I don't know. It's very hard to tell. Things seem to be stabilising. So let me know if it gets better or gets worse. If it gets worse, we'll shut it down. If it gets better, then just let me know. I need the feedback. I'm not watching it. I suppose I can grab Shonia's phone and see the other side of things. and if the karaoke's too much noise, that's why I've got the condenser so you can hear me over the actual din of music. You know, it is Thailand. Hey XP4, good to see you joining in. Happy New Year. Dick that's why they called him Dick Dastardly. He was such a dick. He's really play fair and the winner wins. Mr. Wayne. So I don't know, like, I'm married, you know. And of course, if I fucking point in the right direction. Even saying the name Bomb, like, you know, a fun name or, you know, nickname. YouTube recording a video about bombs. Oh God, if that gets too much. This is definitely a street when, in what, Christmas Eve when we were doing the live stream on 4G. Reconnecting. Okay, so what I've done now is I've turned off the Wi-Fi, which is 3BB Wi-Fi, and I've gone on to my DTAC 4G. And I know the feed DTAC 4G was working down the street the other day, so it just could be the provider. Hey Peter, how you doing? Good to see you again. Yeah, so so we're now on 4G, so let me know if that's getting any, well, I've got 27 now, we had 16, so things have improved at that level already. So sorry about that little bit of a, you know, cut in feed. Jed Griffins, g'day mate, how you doing? Yeah, anyway, so where are we? As I said, look, this will probably get another YouTube claimant with all these people that own these songs. The last one we did, which was at New Year's Eve, there was 3 claimants on 3 songs when Shonia was dancing. I think, like, this is the thing. This is where YouTube really have got to improve their game. Seriously. Hi, Anna. G'day. Hey, Grant, how you doing? Stephen, how you doing? Funny Club? Yes, the YouTube really need to improve this whole thing, right? It is ridiculous. Okay, yeah, I understand that a music artist would like to get paid, especially if their song is played somewhere. But if the song is part of a background, should they be claiming the 100% of the, like, 1,000 views, $1.50, right? It's not like the $1.50 is going to be some making or breaking the bank here. And these trolls that get on this game about e-begging, really, get a freaking life, you know? I can never understand that shit. Anyway, I've actually sort of completely wiped out my block list for the new year. what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to move to another level on that whole thing. If people want to come on and defame people and have homophobic comments and all sorts of weird and wonderful shit that you'll get normally on YouTube, you know, the typical things that you mute people on the channel for, well, not only are they going to get blocked and muted, I'm now actually going to sort of post what they post on my website. I've actually set up a new page, my e-begging and e-trolling page, and we'll make reference to that every so often as we get new people joining the throng, which I think should make for an interesting repertoire of feedback in our more social circles. So we'll have to see how that goes. They'll get blocked here, they'll get blocked on the live stream, but we'll show you why they've been blocked so people can actually come in and make comment and, you know, give their feedback and understand that, you know, what it's like to be a YouTuber. You know, look, George, I can understand. I wouldn't give them oxygen. That's why it's not going to be on YouTube. But as I said, because it's on my webpage, I get paid for their assholeness, which, hey, I think that's a good idea. They can be assholes, and the only person that wins is me. So you guys can check it out. You can look at all the asshole comments. And quite frankly, we can all have a laugh together on Facebook about the idiots, because I'm only going to post links to it on Facebook. So my Facebook community, which is the people I value in our connection, you know, like I don't value the connection at YouTube, it's just that's the people who watch the videos, the people who make comments and are active and supporting the channel and being part of the community, well, they're my friends. But as I said, you know, the no-names and the trolls, right, most of them are, you know, fellow YouTubers who are jealous. What is it? Like, I don't want to say this, I don't want to use names, but somebody with half the amount of subscribers and half the amount of video views, right, they're the ones that are sort of on your case about, you know, like e-begging and e-trolling. What? Because they can't make any money? Because they have their vitriol is banned on YouTube, right? So all they want to do is defame everybody else. So what do you do? I think I'm looking at the camera lens. I should look over there rather than look here. I've got the camera up the upside down. But you know, like I just thought I'd just throw that one out there. This is going to be one of those videos I'm going to be speaking off the cuff, completely off the cuff. But it's a new year. We're in for a new year of celebration, a new year of YouTube, a new year of having a lot of fun. And Mother's doing a wonderful job here on the karaoke. Yeah, Sonia's always in the face. She lives on the damn thing. Do I want to become a police officer? I've got one sitting just over here. We won't use names. He's the senior sergeant of the traffic division up in the next province. I won't say where, when. I think I've mentioned before in other videos, but I don't want to get anybody into trouble. I live in Thailand. I don't want to give people a bad rap. You know, what we do here, it's all for fun. Right? Our channel is about fun. And as I said, I keep on getting back to the whole idea. Everybody else out there seems to be, you know, living for themselves, living for making a YouTube career, or living for bringing down other people's YouTube careers. Whereas I just want to have fun. I think I was watching a video today from, I don't know if you know Brad from Our Life Thai. I don't actually, I know he's on my Facebook group. I think he's on my Facebook group. He hasn't actually reached out to me to say hello, and you know, that's one of those sort of things. I always leave it open for other people to contact me rather than me, you know, trying to sort of, you know, jump on. And it's sort of like there is this written rule in YouTube: if they got more subscribers and views per video than you don't contact them, because supposedly the fact that if you're doing that, then you're trying to jump on their subscriber bandwagon. You know what I mean? It's a strange game out there. But aside from that, he hasn't reached out to me to say hello. I think he joined our YouTubers, our Thailand YouTubers group that we've got going. But I really can't be sure. Like, we've got 900 members there, and I don't look at the member list either. But aside from that, you know, his video out today, he's just talking. So I don't want to sort of like, oh, I'm going to promote the guy, right? I think like I personally aren't drawn to his channel. I'm not drawn to his channel. I'm not into his style of video. He's not a YouTuber. Definitely, if he reached out and sort of said hello, and we could make friends. I can definitely appreciate the difficulties going through. He lives not in the centre of Bangkok, where there's a lot of life every day of the week. No, he's living out in the sticks. Now I've just spent 3 days in the sticks, and those videos are coming out in the next few days. And I can understand the fact that there is a life of a town that goes on from time to time, but generally the life throughout the week is pretty much mundane, unless of course you're actually doing something like working, right, or studying, or have some sort of third party, extracurricular activity. That might even be, sitting in a bar in Pattaya, drinking beer. At least that keeps you amused. But if you don't have something to keep you amused when your girlfriend's not around, hey, this can be a definite challenging problem. And I feel for the guy. As I said, I have my gaming life. I don't get bored. I never get bored. I find I lack time in the day to do everything. And to do all the things, especially when Sonia comes home, like, here's me, I'm talking to a new friend, a new Patreon, and he sort of said he's just subscribed. He met me through Ethan's channel. Me and Ethan are pretty good buds, buds. Ethan, again, Live Travel Asia, I've got to mention the right names. But, Ethan's been doing gaming. I want Ethan to get a real PC, and all that sort of stuff. So on and so forth. So at least we can game together, like he's got 4 days a week where he's sort of sitting at home doing nothing. I'm gaming, I'm enjoying my games, but it'd be fun to actually play games together. But that aside, it looks like, we might be getting something. I may have something coming up next week with the gaming videos. And of course, it's not going to be, the people don't realize it's not about the games. It's about the community, building a community. What we're trying to do here is, like, me and my friend will play the game, and if anybody else is on Steam and wants to be our friend on Steam and has that game, they can definitely come in and join the game, and we can play together as three guys adventuring. And I've set it up so the fact that a simple click and a registration, and other people can come in and join on voice and actually chat with us live in a live chat situation, like a community phone line. Might not have been really that quite obvious, right, at the time. And again, I've only done one video like that, which was a test phase. Nobody really understood what was going on. It's going to take a few weeks to get that going, but at least I got one participant. It looks like we're going to get something rolling there, and that should be a lot of fun. But again, it's about keeping yourself amused, which is getting back to Brad's problem. He just finds the fact that 6 days of the week he's getting bored, and he'd rather go back to his place of, earlier place of residence, where he pretty much did similar to what I did. He's got a girlfriend in a different country. Right? He had enough money to not, be a slave to the system. So he said, stuff everything. I'm going to go and live with my girl. But after 3 years, he's realised the fact that he has a lack of other activities he can occupy himself with. So, as we find ourselves, the chase for money is, like, you need money to live the world, like the whole money thing. The world runs on money, you can't get, Khao Phat Mueang without, 40 baht, you get the idea? You need the 40 baht, you need the $1.25 to go and eat food. Right, at least it's not like $6 to go and eat McDonald's, and Khao Phat Mueang is much more healthy for you. Anyway, I'm digressing, and then like a few people have made some comments. So let's go and see what they're talking about. You know what I'm like. She's not joining in. I know you like to see her, but she doesn't want to play. I think she gets embarrassed. The AI for Google should make. Look, George. Like the AI for Google should wake up. Are these people reposting a video specifically to make money, right, outside the people who actually created the video? Whereas somebody like me, who has a video, is engaging an audience, hey, I'm engaging an audience, I'm building an audience. That's part of what I'm doing. And the music, there's 3 songs in that video, for instance, that have a claim on the content. People aren't coming to the video to listen to the song, so why should they take the $1.25, right, and split it between the 3 different broadcasting artists, right, and I get 0? This is a big thing that the creators are having a big issue with, right? It wouldn't be so bad if it was a 4-way split, or they can split half, right, and share that between the 3 different claimants, because half the video has music in it, or part of the video has music. There needs to be some new rules done on this sort of thing, but I don't think so. YouTube don't give a shit about us, right? YouTube sell ads, right? Having a claimant like a music artist or 3 music artists claiming for the $1.25 on 1,000 views, or $1.50 on 1,000, whatever it is. Like, I'm not going to do the numbers, right? Having 3 artists claim the fact that that's going to break or make the bank, right? Like, who's the e-beggar here, right? You got to think, like, people in the Thailand genre. Like, look, it happens in the gaming sector as well. But you get these idiots out there, like, to think the fact that it's the end of the world, right? Quite honestly, they have really got to get a life, right? That video, as I said, there's 3 claimants, there's 3 music artists. These are corporations. They're the e-beggars. I don't see them jumping on and just saying, "Hey, was it MCR music, or what? I look, I don't know, the Eagles music. You're an e-beggar, like, you don't see it. It's just, people like us who are trying to build a community. They're the ones that get on this case and have a big issue with it. It really fucking amazes me. But like, guess what? They can come in, they can do whatever they want, they can say whatever they want. It's still a view. I just might not get, like, the 1.25 cents because they come to watch the video. Like, seriously, wake up and smell the roses, guys. Anyway, let's catch up. That's enough of my little rant for today. Who's that sexy lady on her? Yes, like, she's still over there. She's still playing YouTube. I don't know what she's doing. Yeah, so what else? George, so Peter, please, I think we've covered that one. 2 girls on phone. Look, this is typical Thailand. Again, we're getting back to the whole thing. People want more of the real life Thailand. What is Thailand like to live in if you're going to live here? And this is what my channel's about. It's about having dinner, dinner, food with family, with friends, with relatives, down, like as we did, the one down the street at the 7-Eleven. If you really are going to think about living here in Thailand, and participating in everything Thailand, to me, it's a black and white story, right? You can live in the holiday resorts and do all the holiday resort things 24/7, 365 days a year, right? You soon run out of money. There's no doubt about that. Or you can choose to do what you don't see. Well, there are a few people in Thailand that actually go to those places, but Thai people don't do it. If you want to live in Thailand, like I quite often make reference to this, if you're going to live in Thailand, do as the Thais do. Which is, like I didn't even buy this whiskey. It was that was one of my birthday presents from last February. It's finally getting around to drinking it. OB, Happy New Year. Yeah, it's all 2019 now. This is the new year. We're going to be ramping things up. One of the reasons I'm going to be ramping things up is, quite honestly, I'll be straight frank with everybody. I want more views. The Australian dollar, like I did my budgets at 25 baht to the dollar, right? So I did my next 30 years of living here in Thailand at 25 baht to the dollar. I think it just hit 23.4 today, right? And it's going down. Just like the English pound, right? the Thai baht is way too strong, and I think there'll be a major correction in the next 3 months. Like, I'm no financial expert, but hey, this is what that's how I live in Thailand. But ideally, you've got to keep abreast of these things. So quite frankly, more eggs and more baskets. So I already have internet online businesses that I run, which were running before I came to Thailand. I have my investment portfolio, which was running before I entered Thailand. And there are some black and white rules and some grey areas, and I'm not going to go into that. Right? And the people who have these little sort of, rants and raves about that sort of shit, hey, just wake up and smell the roses, guys. Right? Yes, I make money from YouTube. I make more money from my investment portfolio. Right? I don't see anybody sort of, calling me an e-beggar because I have investments around, the globe. And I'm not just saying I'm not a millionaire. Like, people seem to think that when I talk about these investment things, they think I'm a millionaire. Like, give me a break here. I'm just an Aussie. I enjoy whiskey. I enjoy friends. I enjoy everything. Yes, I've had a few whiskeys tonight. 1961 to 2, I don't know what that said to 2. There's obviously something behind that with Stephen. I'm not following. I'm just a little bit too drunk. Look, this is one of the very few videos you'll see me wear the cap. I don't normally wear the cap when I'm at home, Which game? Look, Peter, add me on Steam. That's Pope Kale. Right, it's one word, Pope Kale, Popekael. Right, easy to find on Steam. And like, if you're really game, don't Google Pope Kale, right? Because it'll give you an idea where I make some money, through gaming communities. But that's another thing altogether. There you go. I'm just giving you the reason to go and Google the name. Why not? I'm not trying to hide here. Right? And if Thailand think the fact that I'm taking Thai jobs, get real. Right? There's two things here in Thailand. As long as you're not giving away trade secrets in Thailand and you're not putting Thais out of jobs, you are generally exempt from anything you do online. And there are changes coming in the next couple of years. The inside circle that I don't want to talk about. There's a lot of discussion about that. Thailand are realising the fact that the strong baht against other currencies, they're losing the tourist dollars at the moment because they can't compete with places like Vietnam and Cambodia and Laos and Myanmar, which are opening their doors to foreigners right now, and the exchange rates are very competitive. Thailand's really sort of suffering quite a bit on that one. I said I did the videos from a week before Christmas in Chaham. It's dead. Talking to Kev, he's sort of saying the same thing, right? Totnes is saying a different story, but that's what they want the media to believe. I don't want to badmouth Tot in any way, shape or form, but quite frankly, that's what's happening. There's people out there giving a false impression, right? You talk to any of the vloggers here privately, right? We won't get out there apart from this live stream and where I'm being a little bit frank and try not to sort of say bad things about people. But quite frankly, you've only got to just drop in and you can see the fact that the tourists are down, right? Why the tourists down? Quite frankly, the baht is too strong. It's no longer a viable destination to live in, to come and party, your hard-earned dollars, which are harder and harder to get these days, Your dollars just aren't going as far. And when you come overseas, you just spend, $2,000 to come and fly to Thailand, and then your spending money is just only going half as far as it used to. Right? It's becoming a real problem. XP4, like Shanya's doing well. Like I said, obviously we're doing the whole salon thing now. This is obviously Shanya's input to balance our books. I can no longer support her having a free and easy lifestyle. She has to work. You know, she used to work. I came on the scene. It was a lot easier for me to pay for everything than for her to sort of do the cabaret. And she was getting older. They didn't really hire the cabaret dancers when they get over 25, and so those jobs and gigs became less and less. Don't know what's going on there. But outside that, you know, it's, you know, she's always been a hard worker. You know, we might bring this up again, but she paid for her first breast augmentation when she was 17. She paid out of her own pocket her gender reassignment at 23 years old. Those sort of things are the typical, not the sort of things that most Thais can do. I always recognised within her the fact that she was a diligent and hard worker, and she would work hard no matter what she did. So to me, it was always a safe investment to invest in her career. You know, as I said, you know, like the couple of 100,000 baht that we put down to get the salon up and running, it's already showing profitability, which is the main thing. And I'm happy for her. It's just going to mean longer days, longer weeks, and far less of the two of us being together, unless of course we do more home live streams when she gets home. Ethan just got my message. He says he's not going to sell his phone. He said, yeah, right. We'll have to change that story. He just said he's not going to sell his PS4 to play gaming with me. Ah, well, you're going to miss out, Ethan. He's got 4 or 5 guys. I can't follow Ethan's Facebook chat while I'm doing this, so let's just put him in the. Oh, stop it! Stop it! I can't now stop him popping up on the screen. I have to put him over there. Yeah. So look, I'm already 15 minutes behind on the screen already. What's the best way to contact you? Facebook is the place that I'm always on. Hit me up on Facebook. The link on Facebook's on the YouTube main page. Patreon's in more of a, you know, it's on the description page. But you know, Patreon is just, look, if you want to be a Patreon subscriber, there's some extra videos that we do. I'm trying to build a bit of a closer family with the Patreon. If you want to be part of that Patreon, then, you know, a couple of bucks a month, right? But really, it's not about the money. It's just, it's about the differentiation between the YouTube community, which we're building, the Facebook community, which I'm more connected to, and the Patreon community that I give more to, if you know what I mean. And that's the way most of us do it. Stephen Hawkes, people who produce music are not in the same artistic category as YouTube and making videos as a hobby with no real turn. Yeah. Well, yeah. Look, that's quite. Look, it's a valid thing, Stephen. Like, I can quite agree with that. Yeah. There's no way that a YouTuber can profit from an artist's music, but if the music is background, right, as something else, right, then it's boxing you.
You see me?
Fort Mark. She says I'm talking too much. Yeah, but if I'm making a video, right, the people watching the video have come to the video because it's my video and it's my community, right? And I think that's where they miss that whole idea. The music is only supplemental to the video as opposed to being the primary content. And as I said, you know, 1,000 views, $1.50, okay. Each of the 3 music studios can all profit really handsomely from the 45 cents that they made. Wow, you know. And not that I need the money either, but it's I think it's just a bit of a joke. Stephen, you can take my. What are you doing, John? Steve? I know we've been chatting for so long, but I really don't know what you do. Right, so you reckon if you actually retire, if you live to 99, that you'll finally make enough money to retire. Well, you're obviously investing in the wrong things. Invest in yourself. Make yourself a better person. Like, I know you're a pretty good person anyway. You know, you're a you're a monitor here. I trust you. We're just going to find a few more people who believe the same thing. Just on a question, but so just on this question. What was the question? Did I miss something there? Hugh G. Did I? That's right. I only get 4 comments on screen, and I got to play the scrolling game when I'm on the phone. Yeah, like XP4, it's the Philippines, quite frankly, is a better deal for your dollar at the moment, but no, girls here, I got to live in Thailand. Yeah, and again, it's far cheaper living in Thailand than it is in Australia. Look, you two can argue it, so Warren, okay, Hugh, back to, please don't think I'm trolling, but if you have so much investment, why do you ask? I don't ask for Patreon. How many videos? Like, I've got 315 videos or 318 videos out there. Okay, there's a link in each video that does have a link to Patreon, which is something that I do run. Right? I don't make a point of asking for the money. It really is, what I've found is the people who come to the channel, they like what they see, they like what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to build a community, right? And as with any community building, you have your leaders, you have your, your core, and then you have your followers. That's with every community system that you ever try to build, right? And the Patreons, right, and the website members, right, they're the leaders. They're the people that I go to ask for ideas and have them be part of what we're trying to do, which is building a community of people together. I don't know if that much. I know it sounds very very weird to the usual stuff people hear. I have my investments, like my money, well, actually it's not doing as well. Like, I used to draw 65,000 baht a month. Now I'm only sort of drawing 52,000 baht a month. So I'm drawing 13,000 baht. Yeah, that's right. Got a data usage warning, but I put an extra 4.5 gig on. But, ultimately what I did is the fact that, yeah, look, I don't want to go into it. There is a logic to everything I do. Contact me offline and I'll quite happily sort of go into some of the more specific details of the thinking behind it. But my primary thing here is trying to beat the system by helping enough other people, right, make better choices in what they're doing. If they're unhappy with their life in general, looking at Thailand as an option, not as the ultimate destination, trying to help them wade through the myriad of difficulties that they may have to deal with when they come here. And as I said, I'm no expert on those sort of things. I find the difficulties when people sort of, ask me about them, right? And it's only by people asking questions. And if I can, I don't want that one, I want this one. This one. Don't mix it. Oh, she wants to whiskey only. No one there. Poison. Smirnoff Midnight. Oh my God. Yeah. So like, I don't think like you're asking a very honest question here, Hugh. There is an obvious reason why I do it. It's very well thought through. Right. I use it as a process of finding out what level I'm relating to people. I'm always happy to give free advice to anybody who contacts me on Facebook or Twitter. It's not about the money. It's about separating the people like the trolls who are on YouTube primarily. I think 99% of the trolls are YouTube based, and they wouldn't think 2 seconds about contacting me on Facebook, engaging me, finding out more details, if you know what I mean. All they want to do is spread their vitriol and try to make a name for themselves. And half of those trolls that you're getting the thumbs down for are YouTubers themselves who actually had their own channels. we've actually done some testing in that, and we've got enough evidence to pretty much show that that's pretty much the case. So it always amazes me. You know, I just want to help people. The Mark bot, of course, vlogging isn't an art form. Well, I don't know. So, are you running a vlogging channel yourself, Mark? If you are, look, I'll check you out and to see what you're doing. But again, you know, I don't create communities through YouTube. YouTube do one thing good: they stream video around the world. They're just my hosting channel. If YouTube failed to do that pretty well, well then I'll go and put my videos elsewhere. At the moment, it's the cheapest way to put videos up. Right? I run a website. Check my website out. Creating content an interesting way. Well, as I said, no, you might not find my content engaging. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, Mark. And you know, if I'm not entertaining you in any way, shape, or form, well enough. And I think more famous people than me have said it. You can't please everybody all the time. I think there was a Mark Twain one. So, as I said, you know, I'm up there with agreeing with Mark Twain. You can't agree with, you know, you can't please everybody all the time. Seriously. And I don't purport to do that, but I find that the most of the positive people I get through my Facebook connection, through my Patreon connection, through my YouTube positive comments section, and when I'm on other people's live streams, they enjoy my content. They enjoy what I do. They enjoy the free and easy style that I have. I'll tell it like it is. I'm not trying to pull any punches, but I won't really get down and dirty and, you know, in the gutter with people. Quite frankly, I don't see a point of that. A poor lecturer. Okay, Stephen, like you're a poor lecturer. Like, could I ever make it in the lecturing circuit? Like, I know one of the things that one of the positions I was offered before I left Australia was actually coming with another organisation as a technical advisor and technical trainer on their particular product line, and they wanted me to come in, and they were going to offer me some pretty decent dollars on that, more than I was actually making. Now, when I sort of said I'm pissing off to Thailand, they actually came back to me and said, look, we'll pay you a lot of money to come and do the technical advice, you know, since you're no longer alive with it. Because they knew like 10 years ago that I wasn't going to lead that organisation because I was pretty settled. You know, I was the god in that organisation. But ultimately, you know, I said, no, look, I don't need money. I want to be with my girl. Although she's not really supporting me tonight. Playing YouTube. Okay, so where were we? Paul Asher tried two drinks, 5 seeds, apple cider, and a craft beer from Geelong in Melbourne. Very nice. Oh look, apple cider. I grew up in Scotland, so one of the things that we drank a lot back in those days was the traditional Scottish snakebite, which was 1 part lager, 1 part apple cider. Mate, that'll just knock all 4 wigs off an Enduring Mega Donkey. You know, 3 of those things, if you could walk after that and still hold a conversation, you're doing pretty well. Good training for a young 15-year-old. Mark Malkovic. Hi Mark, it's Mark. Yeah, that singer is a bomb. Mother, she does really well. That's it. We don't. Again, it's one of the things we don't really sort of focus on the channel. You know, I spend most of my days here. I've got 5 women in the house. I'm the only guy. And again, people think that's a bit weird. Quite frankly, I think it's quite sweet. I've got my girl, and I've got my girl's mother, and I've got 3 of my mother's friends here all the time. They're all learning to speak English, which is a lot of fun. And they're not going through classes. But again, like, you know, here's the thing, like, this is where these weird visa laws come into it. Why can't I teach family and friends in our house, you know, different ways to say things right? Not like I'm giving classes, the fact that I'll just sit there and correct them, right? But, you know, by the letter of the law in that visa process, that is still technically working. And I think there was one comment from a solicitor or lawyer a couple of years ago on a very big vlog that said just the act of breathing, right, is work, right? So technically, any foreigner coming here on a retirement visa can't actually breathe without breaking the law. So it's a bit of a weird one. Anyway, I'm not hiding from immigration. Hey, immigration, I'm here. If you think I'm doing the wrong thing, if you think I'm giving Thailand a bad rap, then quite happy to leave. Of course, the family here will have to struggle without my support, which I'm freely giving. You know, it's not like I pay for everything, but, you know, me being here and paying for the rent on the house and paying the electricity every month, which is my contribution to the family, it all goes well. You know, it keeps the family running, keeps the family together. And I think that's where a lot of people sort of don't see that side of it, you know. If immigration were going to have a big issue with this whole thing, right? Yeah, they could kick me out. They could just say, here's the letter of the law. You know, this is what it says here, right? Okay, there's no money actually from my exports going into Thailand. It's all registered against my Australian business and so on and so forth. They know about my Australian business. I did declare that when I came here. I did declare my income. I did declare my investments. And they all said, that's all good, right? You can do that, right? Right. When the money comes from YouTube and goes into a Thai bank account directly, right? And if I don't pay taxes as per Thailand law, then I'm starting to break some rules, right? But quite frankly, I'm paying my taxes in Australia. I've got a registered business in Australia. Everything works out of Australia. All 5 of my internet businesses are all going through Australia. They were established before I started here, coming to Thailand. I knew it'd be an issue. I did raise that with them. They said, it's all good. Just don't make a big point of it. Like I'm making a big point of it now, even in this live stream. So I shouldn't really talk much more about it. But really, that comes down to the bottom line is the fact that if you're bringing Thailand into disrepute and making bad things about Thailand and defaming people who live in Thailand, right, then they have you under the watchful eye. If you are taking Thai jobs, right, if you're putting a Thai person out of valuable employment, right, then you're going to have a problem with them, right? I pretty seriously can't agree with anybody who says that what I do here on YouTube is putting a Thai out of a Thai job, right? Can they be me? Look, seriously, they can't. That's the problem. It's me doing what I do, right? And that's where it goes wrong with all this sort of stuff. So, you know, the people who get on that e-begging bandwagon and, you know, the visa bandwagon, nobody's really listened to you guys, right? You've been talking that crap for 2.5 years, and you've probably been trying to highlight this whole thing for 2.5 years. Just leave it alone. Get a real life, right? I know you can't make decent videos. There's one guy that came on the scene in the 3rd or 4th quarter of 2016. I thought had the potential to make some pretty decent videos, right? But all he wanted to do was to attack one of the established vloggers, right? No, he has a personality that if he played the personality, right, rather than the king of the trolls, really, he could have a pretty decent channel. But unfortunately, his channel's been taken down, like I think 6 in his account so far in 2.5 years, right? And again, he keeps on breaching the rules of YouTube, right? If you're getting your channel taken down once, you are technically not allowed to start another channel. So every time he starts another channel, well, it's only just got to just put two and two together. People are just saying to YouTube, it takes about 3 months to say, hey, well, you already banned this guy, right? And here he is again. Right? Don't you enforce the rules you make? Well, that's what happens, right? They finally realise that they can't track these new accounts, right? That get created. It requires people to say things, right, enough times for them to take notice, and then the channels get taken down again, right? And again, if you're going to speak hate speech, then fair enough. Gordon's alive. Right, okay, I just missed that. Oh, sorry, Stephen, I missed that one. Yeah, I'm allowed to breathe, but I can't actually take the breath from a tight. So I didn't quite know the technicals on that one. Maybe I just read the ruling wrong. Would you move anywhere else? Mark, I'm a free spirit. If you haven't followed that one by now, I'm here in Thailand because Sonia's here in Thailand. It would break my heart to move anywhere else, but if Thailand made it difficult for me, then I would be moving elsewhere. I really have no intention to work for somebody else's dream anymore. Right? I've got some other business. I've actually got some other things online that I'm currently growing. I was reading. There's one YouTuber out there who plays Fortnite, right? And he plays it really well, of course. And he makes $500,000 a month from gaming. Okay, I'm not that good. I can't play FPS shooters because everywhere I've been is already about a 200 millisecond latency from the main gaming communities. So it sucks balls. And if you've got a 200 millisecond latency, they see you 0.2 of a second before you realise that they're there, so they can get a shot off before you can retaliate, if that makes sense. Most people don't understand gaming, so I just thought I'd throw that in. That's why you can't play FPS. I play building and survival games, which are a little a bit more copacetic for my internet connection. Might be a faster connection, but if they're all hosted in America and it's a 200 millisecond latency to America, then you're at a disadvantage. Not like the people who live in America who only have probably a round trip 50 milliseconds, which is 4 times faster than me. Oh, it's sorry, Grant, I just missed that one, Grant. Warren, have you ever paid taxes on interest earned in a... I've declared it, I've given them my Australian taxation number, right? And when I get paid interest on that $1 million baht that I keep in Citibank in Thailand, they're taking about 55% of that interest earned. Mind you, the interest is only about 0.03% anyway on that account. It's not a big deal. But as I said, there are terms and conditions you need to do when you set the accounts up. I could change banks and move to another bank to get better interest rates, but again, the same thing would apply. I think the foreigner taxation rates is pretty high because they report the interest to Australia, and of course when I file my tax in Australia, I say this is the interest I've earned, this is the tax that country has paid, I've paid that country in my tax on that interest earned, right? So then it's a magical thing that they do here in the taxation office in Australia. I don't want to go into it, I'm no tax expert, that's why I pay somebody to do that shit. Honestly, anyone who thinks you can wash your own windows every now and then who thinks you can wash your own windows. I can wash my windows. I rubbed the car down the other day so I could see out the window. Technically I was breaking the law again. Mark Malcolm, are you destined for a life in living in Bangkok? Well, I've no plans to move anywhere else, right, because Sonia lives here. George Sweden, that Gordon alive, the Thai bank tax is interest automatically. Yeah, so it's an interest. The interest is charged automatically every, I think, quarter. And I used to see, like, I make, 1,500 baht on that million baht or whatever it is, right? And then they take 670 baht out of it for taxation purposes. They're quite happy for me to move, $2,500 in Australian money to Thailand every month to support my lifestyle here. So they're not asking questions, and they're not giving a damn about it. It's paying for friends and family and food and everything else. It's 2,500 baht a month that they didn't have before, and they know the fact that if I really got sideways with these logs and did some really weird shit and brought people into disrepute, they'd have to sort of weigh up that. But right now, it's Thais aren't stupid. You know what I mean? They understand fiscal policy. They'd rather have me bring $2,500 Australian out of an Australian bank account, put it in a Thai bank account, and pay for my lifestyle, than actually sort of cut their own nose to spite their face, if you know what I mean. So Cindy, put her on. Again, people want more real life. That's why we're doing this stuff. They want more real life. They want to know what it's like to live in Thailand. If you're going to be living here in Thailand, let's get back to this thing here. It's about, if you're not prepared to be part of Thai family, you're going to be always on the outside. If you're going to be part of Thai way, Thai culture and Thai society, they will love you with open arms, right? And people think you're always paying. No, I'm not always paying. Mother has her business here. Okay, I pay for the electricity. Mother pays. Look, she's put all this spread on. I didn't pay for that. I didn't buy the whiskey. I got the whiskey for my birthday last year. Mine just has been sitting up in the cupboard for the last 12 months. Don't ask me to carry it. I can't do that stuff. This is the voice. Thailand Got Talent. Thailand Got Talent. You had Thailand Got Talent. She's tired. Why? Look at she's I don't know if you can see her, but she's in the corner here. She's going to sleep. It's only 9:45. Oh my God. Karaoke, mate. If I could find some karaoke, I should be able to put it on. But I'm not in control of the device. These little toys that they have, these little microphones, I've never seen them before. But they're very, very popular. They're only about, a couple of thousand baht at the markets. But they Wi-Fi connect and they play what's on your tab or your phone or whatever. Right, through the speaker that's on the handset, and then they add your voice to the. Quite unique. I think it's great. I just never understood karaoke, so I can sing songs that have got the lyrics as long as somebody else is singing along with me. I just lose the beat. Yeah, look. I could quite easily go out and start doing, I could go and do a university course in Thai. But I'm just one of these weird people. I didn't go to school to learn English. I learned English by being part of, an English-speaking family. I'm 2.5 years old. And I think my level of language is higher than a 2.5-year-old, if that makes any sense. I'm learning more and more Thai each day, and I'm enjoying what I learn. Most of these classes will teach you a technical Thai, whereas they won't teach you actually how to enjoy Thai lifestyle and Thai family and Thai culture and just being part of Thai people. I'm actually far more inclined to sit down at the local corner with my mates down there when we have some beers and whiskey we're sitting at the front of 7-Eleven, right? And when I'm not live streaming, I've got Google Translate opening, right? We've got one of the group there speaks fairly fluent English, so he acts as like a translator when I can't work something out. Another one of the guys there has a fairly good command of English. They like me to come in there and be the DJ and play Western songs because they don't know what Western songs are good. So that's my little contribution to the group. And Joe, he sits there, he makes the SA sausage. It's just a great little group of guys. Language is really only a tertiary part of being friends and being part of the community, if that makes any sense. And of course, they're happy to see the fact that I do make an effort. When I know the words in Thai and I speak the words in Thai, you can see that definite recognition within them, the fact that I'm making an effort to be part of the group. But again, they know the fact that Thai is not an easy language, just as they know that English is not an easy language to learn when you're a Thai, and it goes both ways. Thai people are very, very forgiving, right? And the more you try to participate, the more that you become accepted into the local community. And like I can walk down the Soi here and down the main Soi and people know me. After 2.5 years, I shop here, I shop there, they know where I'm buying my food from, they know where I eat at, they know the sort of things I like, and that's what they look for. They don't want a foreigner coming in and bringing foreigner ideas and ways into their established lifestyle. They want you to fit in. And I wish Australian government would understand that with the immigration policies they've got, and like they're changing the laws there to bring in Sharia law and it's recognised Sharia law. Quite frankly, seriously, that is one of the worst jokes I've ever thought played on any population. You're Australian. If you don't accept to be an Australian and learn the Australian national anthem and speak Australian, and understand what the Aussie barbecue is all about, right, and understand how many beers is a good amount of beers to drink at a barbecue, right, don't drink and drive, right, and how do you treat your woman right, if you can't do that, you have no right to be in Australia. Right? Take your Sharia law and shove it up your ass where the sun don't shine, right? Because quite frankly, right, there is going to be a war, right? There's going to be a war soon. I don't know when, but people are just going to finally wake up to the shit that's going on in Europe, in England, in Australia, and then you're going to say, right? And quite frankly, you're going to have complete civil unrest, right? There's not enough Muslims out there wanting to change the world to bring to rewrite 300 years of history, if you know what I mean. No, I don't look. I respect everybody's right to their own religion, right? But quite frankly, when your religion demands that everybody changes their religion to suit yours, it's not a religion. That is a cult, right? And you are running a cult, right? And if you know cult law in most countries, it is banned outright. If I tried to start up a church estate in Australia, mate, I'd be in jail, right? And I could claim that it's my religious right to do that, right? That is the extreme of it. They're doing a similar thing, and quite frankly, the bullshit that they talk about in their religion is worse than the Church of Satan. And don't worry, I've studied the Church of Satan. No, the only reason why Sharia law and Islam is winning is the bullshit, lackadaisical attitude to Westerners and thinking somebody else is going to fix the problem. Right? Quite frankly, if you don't start taking the world into your own hands, right, and getting rid of this bullshit, right, next thing you'll do, you won't be able to eat bacon. That's the end of the law. Right? And quite frankly, I will not live. I will off myself if I cannot live in a world with bacon. That's it. I'll go and find, I think I've only got to go to Ceylon and I can get a gun for about 10,000 baht. Mate, I'll off myself. If I can't eat bacon, that's it. I'm out of here. Jeff, sorry I missed that one. Yeah, I understand and hear more Thai than I speak. Again, there is muscle memory that I haven't got used to with the diction, like Suai and Suai. You might not notice the difference in the tones, but it is a muscle memory. And I still haven't got the muscle memory learnt yet. That's going to take Sonia and being a bit more diligent and doing the right things and correcting me, like I correct her when she says something wrong. Right? She's more willing to be part of that correction process. Right? When she says something wrong, she'll redo something. Whereas she's Thai, she's less prone to kato crap. Sorry, but it should be this way. Again, it's a Thai thing. They feel that they're offending you if you say something the wrong way or it doesn't sound right. They're not the sort of people who will sort of come in and try to help you fix that, right? Unless, of course, you first say, "Please help me fix that," but you've pretty much got to say that every time you say something in Thai. Does that make sense? Look, Thai lifestyle can be challenging as well, Rip. You basically, if you're coming from Western society, you are going to have to make an effort to change. That is the bottom line. If you think that they're going to change for you, it's the second thing. Like seriously, it's not going to happen. KKK has less impact. Yeah, and KKK is a cult, right? It's a cult of white supremacists. But they'll shove a KKK member in jail if you're not in Texas quicker than they'll shove an Islamic cultist in jail if they burn a Bible. You know what I mean? Or they have something to say about it. Get what I'm talking about. Yes, Stephen, I think it's worse than the Church of Satan. Look, this is probably like our neighbours to the south. They're a Muslim. And I've got some very, very nice and good friends who are Muslim. And in the 15 years that I've known them, right, never once has their religion crossed any boundaries in my world. And I quite happily respect their religion and quite respect their ways and beliefs. But look, I'm a scientist, I'm an engineer, right? My mother told me when I was 5 to stop talking to my imaginary friends, so I did. And I haven't really looked at a religion ever since. I've been part of a religious movement or an anti-religious movement since the age of about 17, but that's my choice. It made better sense to me anyway. Mark Malkovic, best place to live in Bangkok on a medium budget, in my opinion. Well, again, what is a medium budget? As I said, my budget was done on $2,500 Australian a month. Right, that was my baseline. My income I was already making from my other hobbies, that never even factored into it. Right, and that was roughly around $300 to $400 US a month. That was always my pocket money. I paid my tax on that, and I always fought with the taxation department. They sort of say, "This is a hobby." And I said, "But you're taxing me on the income I make from a hobby. I want to claim this computer because without this computer, I can't do that hobby." And every taxation claim I would make on my computer equipment and subsequent, like now I'm having a fight with my tax office about my cameras. They sort of say it's a hobby. I said, "But you're taxing me on the money from YouTube, and I wouldn't make that money from YouTube unless, of course, I had the camera." Wake up! You basically can't abide by your own rules. So it's just one of those things. If you're going to be deal with this shit, you have to deal with this shit. Mark, what religion? Discordian society. I won't go into too much detail of that. We venerate the goddess Eris, who is an ancient Greek goddess from about 1500 years before Christ. She's the goddess of chaos, discord and confusion. And if you look at the world today, she's probably the most active divinity on the planet. Right? We love her. You guys hate her. Right? But if you're a chaos magician like me, you'll understand that shit. Tara support, how you? Tara support, how you doing? I know you've made a few comments recently. Nice to see you back here again. They do run a channel. I'm not interested in their videos. It's not something that takes my fancy. But click those three little things on the side of the live chat. You'll open their channel and check out what the stuff. You might find something that interests you. Ding dang slums. Yeah, getting back to the thing. Where would I live? You need to define what a medium income is. In my case, it was $2,500 a month, which was bringing in, like, when I made those plans, it was 65,000 baht a month. That was my budget. Well, actually, it was 62,000. It wasn't quite the actual threshold you needed to file a monthly thing. So now it's only 52,000. So I'm 10,000 baht a month less than my original budgetary plans. It doesn't hurt, but that was my budget. And what's my lifestyle? Well, it comes back to what you were doing in Australia. What was your lifestyle in Australia? How much did you want to change? How much did you want to be part of a different society? This is what people fail to do, right? If you want to live an Australian lifestyle, if you want to live a high-so lifestyle, drive fast cars, have a fancy house, live on the beach, have parties every second night, well, you're gonna need a lot more money than I have to spend, Alternatively, I just socked money away in my investments. I tried to live on $1,000 a month budget. Struggled on that, but it was outside the utilities, of course. But my budgetary expenses was $1,000 a month. And I tried to live into that sort of budgetary expense. And I did that for a few years before coming here. I did pretty well, but things come up, the council says, I'm sorry, we're going to charge you 10% more. Well, there goes some of your bloody rules. What was that for? What did you want? Did you improve the sewage? Did you improve the garbage pickup service? Why are you charging 10% more for something that I hardly use? I'm a single guy living in a 5-bedroom house, right? That guy there with 5 children next door to me pays exactly the same rates as me, right? They use 5 times as much garbage as me, right? They push shit down the toilet 5 times more than I do. Why do I have to pay the same damn rates that they do? The whole system's completely screwed up. But anyway, that's another rant. People don't realise how completely unjust some of these sort of things are when you start to look at it on an individual level, right? But I don't see anybody having any movements to change the situation. They just accept it for the acceptance that it is, Quite frankly, I wasn't going to accept it. I moved to Thailand to be a layabout, live in a house, rented, right, paid electricity. That's me. I don't have a worry in the world. My budgets are pretty fixed. Well, probably every month, every year, I'll have to pay a bit more for the rental here. If it gets too much, then we'll go and rent somewhere else. There's always somebody who wants my money, and I'm pretty sure I can get a very similar townhouse in the suburbs of Bangkok for better than 8,500 baht a month. I can't know it. Anyway, what did I miss there? So, Mark, in the same boat. Yeah. Yes, the Australian dollar has dropped. I don't know how, Grants, I don't know how you're doing on your budgets. I know you've been there 12 years. How are you finding the Australian dollar? It's completely crap at the moment. I think you need to breed more snakes. Yeah, a lot of foreigners are having to rethink their plans because a lot of them were using those retirement income letters, which are no longer accepted, and they just don't have the what is it current value of $35,000. They don't have the $35,000 right as ready cash to move to Thailand. That's the only reason why they're complaining. They can still live on what they're living on. They just can't use the letter anymore, right? But they need to have that $35,000, which again is a part of the situation. It's part of the problem. Every country runs on the fact that they run on a fiat currency, right? How much of a foreign currency have you got compared to your own cash holdings? Right? And if you've got every foreigner here in Thailand with an 800,000 baht, unused deposit, it's like gold in the bank. Your currency is stronger than the opposing currency. Then people understand how the money market works. I wish people would start to be educated on some of this stuff. I studied it when I was at school. We had these elective subjects at school in Australia, of all places, called commerce. I don't know, do they even teach commerce in school these days? I know in America there's a big movement. They used to teach something called home economics, which is how to cook for yourself, basically. That's no longer a viable subject to study. And guess what? Everybody eats McDonald's now. And look at them. It's a joke. The world's completely screwed itself over. Yeah, just all you can do is cut down on what you can. As I said, like I just threw a couple of 100,000 baht towards Sonia. She always wanted to sell on. At least now she can bring in a supplementary income. I'll be very happy when she's bringing in 30,000 baht a month. She's not quite there yet. I think she's bringing in 20,000 baht a month at rough figures, but she has to buy her materials out of that. She has to pay her rent. So she's probably clearing, out of the 20,000 baht a month she's bringing in, she's clearing about 10,000 baht a month. But when she gets up to that clearing 30,000 baht a month, then she'll be in a position that the banks will offer her home loans and car loans because they can see a regular income, which will obviously set us up in a much better lifestyle. And again, I'm spending a lot less money. We went away for 3 days. It cost me I think I was just saying today that that 3 days away. The videos will be out in the next 4 days, of course. But those 3 days away, that was 7,500 baht a month. We had a great time for 3 days. It's what that, 2 people for 7,500 baht. That's what, 120 bucks each US at the time of our lives. Check check out our Facebook. I just posted a link to the 418 photos we took while we were away for 3 days. Quite a collage of photos. Don't forget I am on Facebook. If you want to follow the photo exploits, I will post certain photo albums on the website from time to time. The website's my main focus. I want to build that website. I want to build the community through the website. It's like the central point of all the stuff we do. Twitter has a following, Facebook has a following, but everything we're going to do moving forward is going to be based out of our website, and all these other social media platforms are just a way of getting to the people. So if you want to know how to contact us, come to the website first, find all the contact details, whatever suits you guys. I'm quite easy with how I communicate with people. If you want to talk on a regular basis, I know the link is in the live streams for Discord. It's another system you probably don't know about, but you can pretty much always catch me on Discord because I've got my headphones on when I'm playing games, and that's 6 hours a day. You just got to click the accept link, and away you go, and you can parlay to your heart's content. Yeah, the key, that's right. People have got to realise the fact that in today's modern society, Stephen, you need to diversify. Okay, the things I'm doing. One of the things I'm doing, which I haven't done for 8 years, is 3D modeling, right? Gaming 3D modeling. It's something you do. You use your computer. You design things for 3D gaming worlds, right? You then bring them all up and you animate them and then you put them into. Well, I won't go into the details. It's a technical thing that I want to have a big rant about. But I did, like 8 years ago, I went to one case and I made a catalogue of 400 products over a 3-month period. In that 3-month period, I was earning, at the end of that 3 months, I was earning $1,000 a month, right, from that business enterprise, right. I had to say, holy shit, because I knew I'd have to pay tax on that. So then I just quit. But I still log in every month, and even every month now, 8 years later, I still make $150 a month from that one game, which gets recorded with the Australian Tax Office, as you should. But hey, I'm no author. I can't write a book to save my life. Pull the headphones out. Why not? I'm not an author. I can't invent the first thing. You know, like inventors are a special breed apart. But I can do 3D modeling. I can run a YouTube channel. I'm definitely not taking a Thai job when I do that, because those businesses run in America, and a Thai person can quite easily go and do exactly the same as what I'm doing. Register for those websites, create those models in their own equipment, in their own time, understand how to leverage the system, understand how the sales systems work, and then do exactly what I'm doing. Right? I could teach it. I won't. It's my income. But push comes to shove, I could log back in and do another catalogue of 400 to 500 products over 3 months at that gaming world, and I could lift my income to $1,000 a month. Done it once before, I could do it again. I'm currently looking at Second Life as being another option. You'll get to see Second Life in the live stream gaming videos. I'm actually planning it. I'm actually talking to my group over there to find out if it's okay to have them online. I haven't got all the approvals of everybody yet. Once I get everybody in our community's approval that even their Second Life character is on a public live stream and they're happy with it, right? Then I'll show you what Second Life is all about and how I make money in Second Life. But only until they all agree the fact that they're not being defamed or being put in a bad light. No, pick your dollar. I don't quite understand the mark, so I have to rephrase that one. Oh yeah, so I'd pick your dollar. I don't know, that's probably something I haven't been watching. But the Australian dollar over the last 30 days is just completely, the arse has fallen out of it. Actually, the arse has fallen out of most currencies. I don't understand why, because the policies that Trump is supporting just don't make any sense to me. But they're making sense to a lot of people, and a lot of people are making a lot of huge bets against it. But I think ultimately it's doomed to failure. Stephen Bluebell, the male escort. Well, if I thought I could do that as well, Stephen, I might be doing it. But no, I love my girl, sorry. And that's all that counts. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Shania. You'd like, after 2.5 years, you guys all know that. She's the love of my life, and we have a lot of fun. Jed, look, yeah, if push comes to shove, yep, we'll be down to 7-Eleven in a fold-up table and chairs, and we'll be drinking Nam. No problem. Quite frankly, it's about the meeting, it's not about what you're drinking. I really, quite seriously, I say this again and again, I'm trying to build community here. I think it's Zig Ziglar, one of Zig Ziglar's major quotes. If you help enough people get what they want, you will get what you want. So really, to get my dreams to come true, I've just got to have that level of enough people that I'm helping, right? So that's what it comes down to, right? If I can't help enough people, I can't live my dream. I'm living my dream, but there's other parts of my dream. Like I said, I want a new camera. It's 14,000 baht for the new camera, or 13,500 baht, plus an extra 900 baht for the 64 gig memory card. Plus I saw an OEM handheld extension on, somebody sent me a link the other day. I think it was $65 US. So I want that, but it's not in my budget. Somebody has to buy it for me. Not that I'm asking anybody to buy it for me. God, people seem to take this shit so literally. But quite frankly, you know, it's out of my budget. I put it in my budget. I will be able to afford it somewhere around March if everything goes well, right? Basically, that's spending 5,000 baht a month less in January, 5,000 baht less in February, and 5,000 baht less in March. Then at the end of March, I can buy the camera. Makes sense to me, but again, most people don't understand how to work a budget. It's like trying to teach 5-year-olds sometimes. Oh yeah, sorry. The trouble with Steve, George, Steve and Jed, local whiskey, right? Hong Trong and 285. It's just wood alcohol with flavouring. It's not really whiskey. It's cheap, nasty. You get drunk, but I'd rather have something that's bottled in Scotland, which I know is actually made from, you know, real barley. You know what I mean? It tastes much better. Oh my God! Finish again. Uncle. One more, please. Stephen Monash, have you tried Simon's dating site? What? Has Simon LOS got a dating site, or are you talking about my friend Simon from Philippines, who has a transgender site? I'm quite lost on that conversation. I know you guys talk with yourselves, that's all right. Just ignore that we're talking to me as well. Oh, okay. So I've seen a few of Simon. Okay, so we are talking to Simon Life. Yeah, like he's been trying to sort of palm up a few of the girls onto the local viewers. I think it's quite funny. But Simon's always been a fun guy to have. He does a fun video. So Jed and Stephen are going to go into escort business themselves together. Oh my God. I think the real problem with that idea, Jed and Steve, is right. You don't know enough about the senior lady Thai women to know that actually with a Thai woman, or get a surprise when you take them home. There's a lot of, plus 35 to 40-year-old lady boys that are looking for boyfriends. And quite frankly, if you're not careful, you'll end up with one. And be totally surprised. Not that there's anything bad with that, but you know what I mean. It might be something you guys are not looking for. Diet of insects and field rats will help the budget. Well, I've done one video eating the bugs. That's it. I've done it. Been there, done that. Challenged every other Thailand vlog at the time to join in and do a supplement video, and I had zero people actually get in on the act. So won't go there again. Trying to build community. God, I braved it. Why can't they? Yeah, Grant. Next one. We can always go to Soy Cowboy again if you want, or Soy Touch Park, or whatever. Like, I don't mind going to those places, but quite seriously, the amount of girls you see walking past 7-Eleven at 7 o'clock in the evening will completely shock you, right? And half of them, seriously, they're up for the taking. They're all single. Well, half of them are single at least anyway. And they're looking for a Farang boyfriend. And most of them are quite cute. Is that look music look tong? Music look tong? Look tong? Music? Somebody say, is that music look tong? I don't know, I wouldn't have a clue. Well, we're out at Pelok for one of the 2 days we were away, and not a single 7-Eleven in sight. I don't know how Pelok survives without a 7-Eleven. As like I don't want to preempt the videos that are coming out, but on the New Year's Day Eve, the power was out for 3 hours, drinking by candlelight. The power finally came on, and then at 7 o'clock in the morning the power was out again, and it was out even up till checkout time at 12 o'clock. So trying to find a real coffee. Right, I had to wait till we actually got down the road to a local Jiffy to get a real, I think it was an Amazon coffee. Oh God, I was dying for a real coffee by that time. It's all in the video, it's all right. This might be out in 4 days' time. I will be doing one video a day for the next 4 days, which is the 4 days of video. The 3 days of the holiday will be 4 days of video. Gianna, darling, how are you? You met your girl after over a 7-Eleven toasty. Well, there you go. 7-Elevens, they can win your heart, you know, if you've got a toasty, that is. Do they accept Lao currency? Lao, what? Lao currency and what? Okay, Lao currency. I don't know. I'm not quite sure what that's what's that meaning, but pretty much I only ever see Thai currency traded anywhere. And we were on the Myanmar border. I didn't see any Myanmar notes floating around. And as in that video, we got Shunya's dancing. This is what everybody's been waiting for. Everybody's been waiting for you to dance, darling. They don't want to see me, they want to see you dance. What's this? You have your jump? She's got her pajamas on already. It's only 10:30. Damn. No, he police, you're not going to show him. You sure? So if you are traveling in Pathum Thani, and you do get into trouble, my buddy here, my uncle, just give me a call. We'll see what we can work out. We'll see if we can get that done. Gianna says, shake it, darling. Shake it like you make it. Yeah, they said the Amazon coffee has gone up. If you want a cold one, the long versions aren't quite that price yet. I think we're paying 55 baht for a cafe latte long. But it does vary. I think probably there is a bit of a variance as well. Oh, is that her new name, Chansta? Okay, we might see if we can stick that. Let's see if we can stick that one. Chanya the Chansta. Shake your booty. Gina, she says, Chansta, shake your booty. My wife a kiss on camera. Jopom. See, I'm not shy. Joe Ford, the lady sitting down. Oh no, this she married to the police officer. You want to go to jail? Joe, he liked this one. No, yeah, that's she's ready for bed. Yeah, well, the gaming stuff we'll be doing is going to be like Thailand time between 12 and 6 p.m. Haven't worked out a schedule, but we'll try to do 4 hours of gaming, probably from 1 to 5. The guy I'm organising this with, he's in Alaska. He's one of, it's actually come through Ethan's referral. We realise we're all gamers. He's in Alaska, that sort of time suits him, so that's more than likely the amount of times we'll do it, probably once or twice a week. We'll probably game more than that, but you know, once or twice we'll do it live. Just haven't worked out the details, but it's not going to be about gaming. It's going to be about, again, community. Something that I want to do. I want to focus on that side of things. Yeah, I can sit here and play live stream and all that sort of stuff, which keeps a lot of people happy. But again, it doesn't make me all that happy. I'd rather sit there and play games with my friends. No, it's the woman in black is Shanya's mum. Sorry, Ma. She wants Farang boyfriend too. She tell me every day she wants Farang boyfriend. Yeah, they can. They don't. When you see them up on the stage, the way they shake their tush, you'd think that they were just running ever ready long lives, wouldn't they? Hack, he wants you karaoke now. Calm down. There was a few clips on my Facebook, you'll see. There was a post earlier on Facebook. There's one of them's got her singing for 30 seconds, so go and check that out. Good one, Jana. That's all right. Joe, I'll wait for the slow one here. Super PG, hey, Super PG, I think first time I'm seeing you anywhere commenting. Hit that subscribe button, stay tuned. It's a family channel here. It gets a bit wide, gets a bit sideways on a live stream. Pac Leon says he knows this song. Mother's name, name Mare. Mare, ชื่ออะไร ชื่อนัทวัน I can't remember that either.
To be my mom.
Yeah.
She's single.
She's single, yeah?
Yeah. She wants to be boyfriend ฝรั่ง
There we go.
Some people want to be my mom and have party family.
When you come over and party, it's okay, no problem.
She's very good. Make food.
She's like, son, you can't do this.
Yeah.
Mother does the cooking. Shania, she can make fried chicken, which keeps me happy. The mother does everything else.
ก็ท้องไม่เต็มแต่ใจไม่เข้มทำงานเข้มแข็งอยากมีเรือสักลำจะพาคนงามที่
Thanks, Grant. Like, I'm sure everything's going to work out well for us in the new year. Well, it's already the new year. She's back to work tomorrow.
เวลาขึ้นแรง
Yeah, I saw the buffering was actually looked like it was on 3BB, because as soon as I switched over to DTAC, which is like that probably 30-second outage we had in the live stream, everything just got great. Then again, it just could have been YouTube just got their act together. Who knows? There is no magic spyglass to find out where the problems actually occur. But that's something, if you guys, anybody that does do live stream, and they've had the issue before, if you're on Wi-Fi with Uncarrier, then, and if you've got a 4G service, just switch it over 4G and see if you're any better. It may get better. Little tips and tricks that you need to know about in the internet world. Right, that's it. I'm the panda, but yeah, sorry, we do have a teddy on the bed as well. God, I'm always fighting for attention. She puts it between, seriously, she puts it between us, right? As if like I'm going to fall in love with a teddy. Hey, not one dance, darling. What does Shania cook? She cooks fried chicken. What other things can you cook? Carpet more.
Yeah.
Carpet more, fried chicken.
Yeah, standard Thai is okay.
Just standard Thai.
And
Standard.
something for special I cannot.
Yeah, special things she cannot, no.
I salam.
You just need to work more with me so Mare can teach you more.
No, I just good working, but cannot cook.
She can cut hair very good. She cut very, not can cook. No, that's the pack. Look, my Wi-Fi is actually a fibre through 3BB, which is one of the best internet services here in Thailand. And quite seriously, I never really have a problem. But you've got to appreciate the fact that Thais go back to work tomorrow, so regular Thai life starts tomorrow. And we've seen this on other occasions. Saturdays, which is usually the night off for most Thais, because I don't go into it. Internet gets saturated no matter who you're with. The trick is just be aware of the fact that sometimes it can be a problem. If you've got two carriers like Wi-Fi, in our fibre connection, and you've got 4G, the stream's only 720p, so 4G will run 720p quite fine. Okay, Tommy Jones. I need a 1960. Tommy Jones, look, if I find one, I'll get one for you. Do you want a pink one? Right, people seem to rub me the wrong way about the pink 1961 hat. I think it's quite a cute pink. I could never understand why colours have to do with somebody's sexuality. The colour looks fine on me. Oh, Gianna, you start cooking lasagna, and if you do a good lasagna, oh my God, we might be in for a swinging party.
มีเทรนเนอร์ด้วย
รับให้แต่เธอไม่ใช่เนื้อคู่
No, it's the 5G, technically 5G has not been released. I know you got to read inside the technical journals. I think it's slated for release mid 2019.
น้ำตาจระเข้
most of the implementation that they've got on 5G is a variation, and the code in your phones accommodates for that. Once the ratification of the standard is put in place, there will be firmware updates. The hardware is pretty much established. It's just the actual fine-tuning. The fine-tuning of the software is not finalised globally. Diana wants Guy Kapal, okay? Guy Kapal. Diana, she wants Guy Kapal, okay? Guy Kapal.
Guy Kapal.
Guy, she wants Guy Kapal.
Yeah,
When
it's
she
okay, can make.
You can make?
Yeah.
You can make.
Mom can make.
Mom can make, it's okay. When you come with Diana, when you see us, make, she can make Guy Kapal.
Everything in a Kapal can make. Standard can make.
Yeah, Jen, like I like the pink hat too. I haven't got no problems with it. No, anybody since they have a colour thing that, I wear a bright pink. I just don't think, I don't look good in bright pink unless of course I got purple mascara on. But let's not have those discussions today. You can, Jana, like you'll be my second girlfriend. Can you make out the tools? I don't know what that means. I have to just clarify that one. Stuart, are you going to have a fighting with Gianna? Right, take it offline. We don't have anybody fighting about who can cook good lasagna. Yeah, Pat, like I said, the current implementations of 5G and the equipment that's supporting it and what's been available to the public is actually a good service. But it does require a universal, or what they call an ISO standard to be finalised before everybody will adopt it. And of course, it's all the patent settling, because in the current iterations, I think there's 5 patents currently at odds with each other at who's actually going to win the bid, right, about what services. Because in fact, once one is finalised, then everybody has to adopt that one final standard, and that all comes down to what they call patent law. It's complicated. It always beats me how people just can't work together. Yeah, it has Stephen, we've been through the 1961, yeah. 1961. I told you about you turned the house upside down. It's still 1961, and it's like but you're fixed on that. I'm fixed on the 1961 being reversible. Was it? Yes, seriously, I do need a haircut. She's back to work tomorrow. I might pop around for a haircut tomorrow and make a video. You're better. You can always do exercise. But don't worry, Dana. We like pandas. She likes pandas. I'm a panda. Yeah, the karaoke queen is singing, Pat. Yeah, that's it. I think we were at the Extra Happy Resort 2 nights ago. This is our regular Happy Resort. This is Happy Resort every day. Okay, I'll get out of the shot. Sorry, Joe. Got to see the women. You don't want to see me. Anyway, well, we've been going for 2 hours. I didn't expect a 2-hour run tonight. I think we should probably call it quits now. They say you have a very nice voice, man. Okay, before we wrap things up, guys, anything else you want to throw in there? I hope I've kept a running total and answers people's questions that have come on. Does Shania know the crazy Thailand hand dance? Like, you know how to dance with the finger like this? You dance with you put on the Thai gold and you can do this with the can you dance like this? You know, with the
I don't know. I just
I've seen you before, but you not have the
Thai style.
Thai style.
Thai style.
Yeah. Can you dance? Can No, she's not going to play that game. Thanks for joining in, Tommy. Glad to have you along. Yeah, Gianna, good to have you. Like I said, you know, we'll try to get the regular gaming ones going, and I'm going to try to sort of organise one night a week down with the locals as well, so we can sort of schedule these sort of things. But you know, we'll just see how those things fly. Again, it's always I retired, right? The whole idea of doing things scheduled to me sort of is working again, and I really don't want to work. I want to make my dreams come true, and I help other people make their dreams come true as well. So if that's something I can do for you, hit me up on Facebook, hit me up on Google+, hit me up on Hangouts, hit me up on YouTube, hit me up on Twitter, hit me up on, what else am I on? Tumblr, LinkedIn, pretty much all the major ones, I'm there, you'll find me. Just whatever you do, don't Google Pope Kale. You might be shocked. Anyway, thanks for joining in, guys. Like. Hit like, like. Hit the like button, guys. Like, hit like. Peace out, guys.
Like.
Bye for now.
Bye.